Let's turn this down. Well, hey, everybody. I am just waiting for this to catch up, and then I think we are good. I think we are live. Well, hello, everybody. If you are in the chat bar, if you could just let us know where you are listening in from as we actually get everything kicked off. I am so excited to chat with you this evening and really talk about this idea of a radiance revolution. And so tonight, we're really going to be going over some tips, some strategies on how to help you get your ultimate glow back. So if you are logged into YouTube or if you are logged into Google, you can actually, in the chat bar, you can actually just chat right there. And what's really cool is we actually have some friends in here who are very familiar with some of the products that we're going to talk about this evening. But to be completely transparent with you, this is not an evening we're going to be just talking about products. Instead, we're going to be doing some tutorials. We're going to be sharing a little bit more about really how to feel your absolute best moving into the holiday season. And the inspiration behind doing this tonight is really because last year at this time, I was not at my best. And I'm going to share a little bit more about this story. But I heard this quote actually from a friend today. And it went something like this. If you want to build something beautiful with your life, you've got to go beneath the surface and you've got to start at the heart. Your most radiant self is waiting to meet you. And I love that concept because for so many of us, we have gotten really good about pouring into everybody else. We have gotten really good about making sure our kids are taken care of, our spouse is taken care of, our home is taken care of, our friends, our parents. We are really good at taking care of other people. However, sometimes the signs of what we need the most, they aren't blaring at us. And before we know it, we start to fall into this pattern of just not taking care of our best. And whether that is with our skincare routine or that is with our overall wellness, it seems to me that around November and December, those things start to become a little bit more evident. And sometimes it's just in how we feel overall. It's in our energy. I know that many people who are listening this evening are probably in that season of life where you're just being introduced to perimenopause symptoms. And I also know that many people who are listening just know how they used to feel and it just isn't there anymore. So we're going to explore a lot of those things this evening. And one of the things that I like to do when I'm presenting is I really like to just introduce people to some of the things, the products that I absolutely love and cannot live without. And so tonight we're going to do a fun little giveaway. There are 2 giveaways that you get to choose between. So if you are chosen as the winner, there is 2 supplements. The first is our body contouring cream. It's called Firm. And basically this is going to take all those little puckerings that we might have in our neck or in the back of our thighs or on our tummy that we really want to smooth out. The Firm cream is kind of like this little miracle in a bottle. So I swear by this. I remember when I was first introduced to it last year, I was getting ready to go to Tulum and I started using it about a month before, I would say. And I was like, holy cow, things are looking a little bit different. The second supplement is called EHT, and EHT are basically little vitamins that every single day I take, and they help with focus and clarity. And we'll talk a little bit more about those, but you basically get to pick between the 2 of these, which one you think is going to be best for you. So what I want to do to really kick off is I want to take you back to once upon a time. And this is my actual unfiltered transformation over the past year. And at full disclosure, I was not at my best 1 year ago. And so I want to paint a picture of what that really did look like. So in the far left picture, you see a picture of me that was taken around the time I just found out that the business I had been a part of for 12 years was closing its doors. And on top of that, I also ran another business that was greatly impacted by that news and by that decision of our CEO to close the doors. You see, this industry of direct sales has really blessed my life over the past 12 years. I've been able to move my career as an educator into the world of online marketing and mentoring and guiding other people. And to say that this was kind of the ripple effect, the start of things really changing in my life, paints a picture. So there was a lot of stress. There was uncertainty with what my work life was going to look like. There was a lot of uncertainty with some of the relationships that I had. I didn't know if I wanted to be a part of the direct sales industry either. I was very skeptical about any of it. And so I really didn't know what that was going to look like for me. And when I first partnered with Neora, I went in with complete and utter skepticism. I really want to be clear on that. And not just for the industry, but in the products as well. And full disclosure, I couldn't even say the word Neora. It just didn't come off my tongue the right way. So I think I mispronounced it for the first few months that I actually was with the company. And I remember meeting with our CEO and the women who have been mentoring and guiding me. And I remember when I met with them, I let them know that I would be asking a million questions, that if I did not believe in a product, I would not promote it, nor would I have any interest in bringing other people into a company to promote it as well. And as you can see by this transformation, I have been using the line of skincare and the line of supplements for quite some time, almost actually a year. I've been using it now a year, and this is my transformation. The pictures do not lie, but what you can't necessarily see is what was happening underneath all of it. Tonight we're going to really go into not just what these products can do for you, but we're going to talk about the bigger impact this can have on your well-being when you really start to take care of yourself and when you really start to strip the layers of all these expectations and all the demands of your day and really get down to who am I at the core, at my being. And this past year has been such a journey of self-discovery, of reflection, of really thinking, who is Katie outside of all of the doing, outside of performing, outside of marketing, outside of all of those things. And I'm so grateful to say that being a part of what I do now in Neora and helping my clients and with our organization, that is really where this has really transformed my life. So just to give you a little bit of background, this past couple of weeks, I've really been thinking about what it looks like to radiate confidence, to really get radical about feeling good about your wellness, about your skincare, about your overall confidence. And I started thinking back about what are the 3 things that I needed to simplify in my life that were causing me a lot of stress that I knew I needed to change. So number 1 was I thought it was just my skincare. I was really experiencing a lot of flare-ups that were a direct response to a season of stress. I was also experiencing weight gain, especially around my belly area. And I knew that a lot of the symptoms that I was seeing were really because of perimenopause. I started to see those things as well. And so I knew that I needed to simplify. I could not add a 10-step macro counting program in order to lose weight. And then the third was I needed a type of business, if I was going to do direct sales again, that was going to be simple, that was going to be focused on integrity, transparency, and most importantly for me, as somebody who watched a CEO give up on the network, I needed a company that I knew I could feel secure in. And that's exactly what landed me where I am today. But let's actually go into what this transformation has looked like. And as I'm speaking, I really want you to think about in your own life right now, where are you feeling a lot of stress? And how are those stressors showing up on you and inside of you? So for me, it was really a lot of stress looked like inflammation. And specifically, I was having really significant rosacea flare-ups. I was having some gut issues as well. I was wired and tired. If you're in perimenopause or you know anything about that, that wired and tired is for real a struggle. And I also started to realize that the other things that I was dealing with was I couldn't work out like I used to. And part of it was because I was having some joint pain. And the other part of it was because I was genuinely tired after a workout. So I would work out first thing in the morning. And then about an hour to an hour and a half afterwards, I felt like I needed a nap. So by 10 in the morning, I was ready for a nap, a surefire sign that something is off with my body. And so I knew that this was going to be a year of healing while I was still building a business and while I was testing out these supplements. So these supplements are all clean. We take a holistic approach to wellness and to skincare. But 1 year later, there is so much of a difference, not just on my skin and not just the 11 pounds I've been able to lose, but there have been other things too that I work with clients on and that our team is very aware of. And we're excited to share a little bit more of what that's going to look like in the coming months. But just to give you a little bit of an idea as to what this actually looked like, number one, journaling. If you're going through a season of stress, I cannot recommend this enough. I had a little black journal, and every single day I would either I have a prompt or a scripture, or I would read something, or I would reflect on something. And looking back at that journal, we sometimes forget how far we've actually come. And for me, reading back in that journal isn't just a reflection of like, holy cow, I'm so proud of me, but it's also just a testament to the vision that I put for where I wanted my life to be in a year. Those things that I put into writing, they've actually really happened. The second thing is going to therapy and talking to somebody who didn't know the inner workings and all of the details of the stressors that were happening in my life and was able to give me an outside perspective. Number three, I started honoring my sleep. And the beautiful thing is we have great supplements that support it in a very natural way. And instead of depending on things like Benadryl, which I did when I was going through this season of stress before I was introduced to Neora, getting a good night of sleep. And we're talking 7 hours. I used to function on about 5 or 6, and I didn't realize the impact that little sleep was having on me. And I started sleeping more and honoring my overall sleep health, and then gut health and supplementation. And the other one was just simple routines. And I'll walk you through a couple of what those simple routines look like for me now. I also became very cognizant of the people that I was surrounding myself with and the groups that I was surrounding myself. I feel very blessed to be a part of the absolute best. So grateful for the mentor that came in and supported me in Neora, because her specialty has been mindset. And so for many of us who came into Neora, she has been able to gratefully just really bless us with her gifts of just positive mindset and real just affirmation of just yes, you can, and that belief in our entire team. And also accountability. For me, that started with my husband. And then as I've been running more for the first time, I'm actually able to do that in a way for healing. Accountability and what my wellness goals are, and also my business goals too. I also set some pretty profound boundaries with my social media. My screen time is down a lot more, although I'm still social on social media. I still run it through my business. I have some pretty strict boundaries. And the last one that I want to talk about is prioritizing joy, which most of us really stink at, to be honest with you. So when I started prioritizing joy, I started to notice that I felt like I was coming back to who I am outside of all of the doing. And that is exactly why when I look back at Neora, I started to realize it was the culture, it was the people, it was not just the people who were partnering with me, but it was actually the influence of the man in this picture. His name is Jeff Olson. He is the author of The Slight Edge, and his daughter, who is Amber, who is right here, who has since become a good friend, and Amber's mother, Renee. And these people have really had a profound impact, not just in how I run a business, but also the mindset of how I do anything. And the way I've been able to really go from a woman who really felt like she was losing her absolute glow, losing her businesses, losing a huge part of her identity, into a woman who is stepping into a new season of her life and getting her glow back, I have been so grateful to be able to partner with other women and do this alongside of them, and to really be like, whatever your goals are, you are supported. Whether you are really looking to physically just feel your best, you want to just glow from the inside out, or you do want to run a business, my goal is your goal. I think is how I meant it. Yeah, your goal is my goal, is what I meant by that. So I have loved seeing the people that I've brought into the organization really succeed. And a big part of that has been because it really is a place where I genuinely feel like we are doing this business right. We are committed to direct sales done right. And it starts with a few things. When you're looking to make changes in your life, I really encourage you to look at a few things. When you are focusing on wellness products, when you are looking at skincare products, really thinking about product transparency. So in our case here at Neora, there's a couple of things that I want to take note of. We laugh because a lot of the women at Neora, we say have the Neora glow, where you can almost tell like they're on the Neora skincare regimen. And that is because it is clinical level concentration. So they aren't dusting like little products into it. We actually have clinical dosages within our products, so they allow for extreme results. Hey, good luck at your game. I'll be watching on Live Barn. Sorry. The second is third-party clinical trials. We don't just put things out there without them being tested. They are tested by an outside trial, usually out of Harvard or Stanford, where they are actually tested to make sure that they are as effective as possible. We are cruelty-free and we have rigorous clean standards. All of our skincare, our wellness products, they meet the European standards, which if you know anything about that, they are really hard to meet. So that alone gets my stamp of approval with the products. But just to give you a little bit more about our skincare products, they are all of these things. So you aren't going to get the artificial ingredients. You aren't going to get parabens. You're not going to see gluten within them. They are cruelty-free, as I mentioned before, something that I am really proud of as well. And the other part of it that has made a huge difference is that we are innovative. And that's going to take me to really back to the skincare results I was sharing with you, is because we are so innovative with our products, no one else has them on the market. We right now have a product that I'm going to talk about in a few minutes that has been a game changer for so many people in their overall skincare. But what is incredible is nobody else can actually do it the way that we do, because everything that we have is patented. So we are patented, and all of our ingredients are patented in how we are blending them together. We have custom formulations. We have partnerships with leading researchers and scientists, better results, and fewer products. And it's important to note too, we're very aware of what white labeling is. And that just means that you can slap your company's label on top of a product, but other companies can have basically the same product. We don't do that. Everything that we have created is through Neora. And then when I talked about the filler, this has been one of the game-changing opportunities that so many brand partners have come in with. And the reason I'm sharing this is because as a woman who was only doing direct sales one specific way, I only did it the way I knew how to do it. I came into Neora and I learned that we have a different approach to how you do direct sales. We are committed to saying to our brand partners, however you want to build a business, you have permission to build a business. So when you think about this product, Neo Filler, it complements what so many people in the industry are already doing. So whether that's in med spas, that's in beauty salons, that this product can be sold in stores. So quite a few of our brand partners are partnering with med spas to get this onto the shelves and be able to sell it in store. Now, you may be sitting here going, I've never thought about running a business that way. Me neither. But to be able to say to people like, hey, this is a really great product, it's patented, and it is not like anything on the market. It's going to be able to allow your clients to see incredible results, whether they're getting filler or Botox, it's going to complement it. Or if they don't want to get filler and Botox, this is a nice product for them to be able to use as well. So we train our team in how they can be able to do that too. And just because I really like to put my money where my mouth is, I want to show you a couple of the results that come with our skincare. And so what you see here are the results from NeoFiller. And the Neo filler results, it can be used on your forehead, your jawline. It can also be used around your lips. A lot of people use them to plump their lips as well. And you can also use it. I sometimes use mine right here, which I'll go back to my results in a little bit. But I use mine right under my eyebrow bone, and I've seen results there. So our skincare doesn't lie. There is no denying that Neo filler has great results, as does our entire skincare line. And we want to make sure that you can see exactly what skincare products we have in the lineup are going to be best for you. And so we actually have a free AI facial scan that you can do at any point, but it's something that you can also offer to other people that has a $150 value. You can totally give it for free to other people, but it also helps you know exactly what is the skincare routine you should be looking at as well. So real quickly, I have 3 steps to my skincare. There's 4 products here, but it's really 3 steps. And so basically, this is the soap that we use. This is our Age IQ cleanser. Bye. So basically, what you do is you put it on your face dry. And when your face is dry, what it does is it removes all of those toxins. It removes all of that makeup. And it does that. And then you just take some water, you splash it on your face, and you rinse it off. So that's step number 1. And then my step number 2 is the Neo filler. And so with the Neo filler, I apply this to with just a drop. You actually, when you get it, you just twist the bottom of it, just like that. And then you, it's an elixir. So when you get it, it comes off as like a small dot. And then you just kind of put it wherever you want to focus on your skincare. And then the third step these are a game changer. This is our day cream and our night cream. So this is step number 3. So when I'm going to bed at night, I use my night cream. And all I do is I put about 2 pumps on my hands, rub it, and then I put it on my face. And then I do the same thing in the morning, but with the day cream. And I just want to remind you, when it comes to any of your skincare, just a few tips for you when it comes, especially to winter, as we're getting into winter. I don't know about anybody else, but my skin does change a lot throughout the winter months. It gets a little bit drier than it does throughout the summer. And so I really want to be proactive about making sure that I'm using my moisturizers too. So the first thing is have a roadmap for what you want to focus on. So if it's anti-aging, if it's redness, if it's dark circles, if it's large pores, the skin scan is actually going to help you know exactly what your roadmap should be for what you're focusing on. The second thing, which is where I'm going to bring my friend Carrie in, is healing actually starts with the inside. And I walked you through a little bit of my journey and what that looked like throughout the past year of what healing has looked like in losing 11 pounds, in changing my skin from the inside out. Part of that has also been being aware of foods that actually are not helping me with my wellness goals, including things like too many sweets or too much gluten, or for me, even alcohol, those kind of things. When you're healing your gut, and we'll talk about this in a minute, that is going to have an impact on your skin. And the third one is really that the best skincare routine is one that you are going to be able to stick with. So make it a routine that you look forward to. For me, it comes down to 3 steps. I can't fail on 3 steps. I can fail on 7 or 8, but they are designed simply on purpose, which is an entire different topic about our incredible company, is that everything we do at Neora is designed simply on purpose. It's almost like sometimes it's too simple that it's It's hard to actually grasp and believe. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to bring Carrie onto the stage, and I am going to have her take a few minutes to talk to you about wellness. And Carrie, if you just want to let me know when I need to go to the next slide, that would be awesome.
Okay, well, this is Katie's favorite picture of me. That face. Hi guys, I'm Carrie Briscoe. I'm a doctor of physical therapy. So health and wellness is my absolute jam. It's what I nerd out about. And Katie asked me to come on here and chat with you a little bit about it. So Katie, you can go to the next slide. I want you guys for a second. Actually, you know what? Go back. I don't want anyone reading this slide. They're going to get distracted. Let's go back to my picture. Sorry, Katie, just to keep you on your toes. Okay. So not to get distracted. All right, picture this, guys. It's the week of Christmas. Did I freak anyone out? I'm just kidding. You're waking up every day before your alarm with zero brain fog. You crave movement instead of sugar. You feel calm, strong, and steady, not stressed and anxious. That is what radical radiance feels like during the holiday season. And you might be sitting there thinking like, Carrie, you're stressing me out right now talking about the holiday season. But here's the thing, guys, like it or not, it's actually not that far away. And the steps we take now will totally affect the way we feel 2 months from now. I know, I said it. I'm sorry, guys. When that time of the year comes, you guys, I want you to be able to show up fully in the moments that really matter, right? Like baking cookies with your kids, going to the Christmas parties and all the school concerts, shopping and wrapping presents for all the people that you love. But to soak all of that out of the entire season, we need some all day energy. Am I right? If you would like some all day energy, throw a hand up in the chat or something. I love energy in the chat. That is like what I feed off of. So go ahead and chat it up in there, guys. We need energy that keeps us clear, intentional, and joyful, not the rundown, constantly fighting a cold, mid-afternoon crash every day kind of winter energy. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that before, but that's definitely the way it goes for me sometimes in December if I'm not really intentional about it. So now we can go to the next slide, Katie. Now you can read. To help you keep that glow, we created a really simple winter wellness strategy. And guys, don't get overwhelmed by this. If you start small now with just one habit at a time, and then you add a new one every few weeks, then you'll have mastered all 4 of these things by the time the holidays arrived. And honestly, I mean, you guys have probably heard talks given about health and wellness before. Like I could go on and on about a bunch of different things that we could incorporate into our lives, but I really wanted to think specifically about a season like Thanksgiving, Christmas, the busyness, the stress, all of the things. And it might not be the time in your life that you can do a complete overhaul of everything, right? That's why we hit January so hard. It's usually the time in our life where we need to really be very intentional with the small chunks of time that we do have. So that's what this wellness strategy was really worked around. So let me just walk you through it super duper quick. A daily walk or a workout. I'm always going to start with that as a physical therapist. Movement is medicine, you guys. They told us in PT school that if you could bottle up exercise and put it in a pill, it would be the most widely prescribed medicine in the entire world for every disease. Okay, so movement is medicine, even if it's short. Like even if you can only get outside for 5 minutes or do a workout for 5 minutes, it all adds up over time. And it's extra points if you're able to do it outside. Bundle up, get out there, because that sunshine is actually going to help your body so much too. We spend so much time inside in the winter that any little bit of time we can get outside really matters. What this is going to do for you is it's going to boost your circulation, your serotonin, which is your happy hormone, your vitamin D. It's going to be like that natural antidepressant and energy stabilizer. Okay. The second tip I have is prioritize protein and fiber at every meal. All right, like I said, this is not the time for a complete life overhaul, and maybe thinking about a formal meal plan or nutrition plan is very overwhelming to you. Prioritize protein and fiber. Those are the 2 nutrients that we are typically not getting enough of in the day. And what this will do is it will keep your blood sugar stable. It will help reduce sugar cravings, which hit really hard around this time of year. You guys, Halloween is coming. It supports your metabolism through all the busy days. Okay. The third thing I had in here, and this is one that I don't think people take seriously enough. I know that I was super guilty of this, but actually Katie mentioned it earlier. She got really serious about her sleep. I've been focused on that a lot this year as well. Set a consistent bedtime. You guys, like you give your children, give yourself an actual bedtime every night and stick to it. It's so important for not just your physical like body, but also your brain and your cognitive health. Like in the moment, in the short term, but also in the long term. It's so important for you. In the short term, it's going to help restore your hormones, rebuild your energy reserves, and help your immune system to really do its job through that season. Because we say it's like cold and flu season, right? But I really think part of that is the fact that we are real short on sleep, we're real high on stress, and we're real high on sugar. I really, truly think that's why we tend to get so much more sickness during that time of the year. And then lastly, this is really funny actually, because Katie and I, we did not talk about our slides before we got on tonight. We were not that far ahead in our planning. And she had mentioned again that she really got intentional about her joy this year. And my fourth tip was actually to schedule your joy weekly, because in these busy seasons that we're coming into, it is so easy, especially as women, moms, daughters, coworkers, to just like put your head down and go and just knock out the to-do list and survive the day and flop into bed at night an exhausted puddle because you just tried to get through as much as possible in one day. And we totally forget to schedule joy. I put weekly. If you can do it daily, please do. That is so important, not just for your emotional and mental health, but intentionally adding things like laughter, maybe like little dance parties in the kitchen. My girls love to do a little dance party. Bradley like pretends he's too cool for it, but he loves it too. Or community. You guys, getting in community with other people during this time of the year, like even if it's just a few girlfriends, just for you, not necessarily like play dates for the kids, but community for you. This helps lower your cortisol and remind your nervous system that life is all good, right? So we have less stress. I just wanted to remind you guys of something I said at the very beginning of this slide, that don't try to do this all at once. I mean, by all means you can, but I think that's where a lot of burnout can happen when we put too much pressure on ourselves. Small, consistent habits done over time are what will make the biggest impact on your health and honestly in your life. That is the slight edge that Katie had mentioned earlier that our CEO Jeff Olson preaches on a daily basis. It is those small habits. So pick one thing to start implementing now and then build on that over time. And Katie, you can go to the next slide, because actually one of the simple steps and routines that make a big impact that I started last December, it was right after the holidays actually, is this NeoraFit system. It has made a huge difference in the way that I feel. It's a holistic 3-step system that works with your body throughout all 24 hours of the day and really helps your body effectively do what it's supposed to be doing. This is why I love the supplement stack so much. It wasn't putting anything new or foreign into my body. It was helping my body with its own natural functions. So the first step, I have them actually next to me. This is Slim & Skin. This is our collagen powder. I am obsessed with this. I could do just a webinar on this alone, but I will try to contain myself. Collagen powders have been around for a while. You guys have probably heard that you should take a collagen and probably thought like, okay, sure, why? I mean, I thought it was just a beauty supplement, which I mean, it totally is a beauty supplement. But what I didn't realize, which was a total duh factor for me as a physical therapist, is that a really effective collagen powder will actually reduce joint pain and other signs of aging throughout your body. So it probably helps to understand what collagen actually is in our body. It is a protein, and it's one of those proteins that your body makes less of as you get older. Yay, we love that. No, we don't. It's also very negatively impacted by stress. So if you think of a stressful season, that actually impacts your body's ability to create collagen. And when it breaks down, when you have less collagen, everything starts to sag and hurt. I like to use an example of Legos because that is like Bradley's love language. Collagen is like, if you're building a tower of Legos, right? You could build it on the carpet and it'll like it just won't be that sturdy. It'll be a little shaky. It'll kind of break. You can't get a very strong structure. Now imagine, if you guys have little boys, you'll be able to easily imagine this. I mean, little girls like Legos too, but like imagine now you have a base plate that you lock your structure into and then build your tower on. It becomes very strong, solid, right? That is our collagen, that base plate. That is the scaffolding of our body that keeps everything strong, firm, lifted. I didn't realize also that a lot of commercial collagens only have 2 to 3 types of collagen in them. Neora's has 13. 13 types of collagen. It is unheard of. When I tell you that I had been taking a collagen powder for 3 years before I switched and started taking Neora's, I am not exaggerating. And I felt no difference with the one I was taking for 3 years. I just took it because I thought I was supposed to. Like literally, I don't know why. I felt zero difference in my hair, skin, nails, nothing. When I started taking Neora's collagen within 2 weeks, and I am very hesitant to say things like this as a medical professional, but within 2 weeks, the plantar fasciitis that I had in both of my feet was gone. It was absolutely gone because I believe of the high quality collagen that I was putting in my body. Your fascia is actually very much made of collagen. And it is now supporting my body as I get back into running at 37 years old without knee pain. It is just incredible. Like I said, I could go on and on, but I'll stop. We'll move on to step 2. This is called Block and Balance. This is a pre and probiotic to promote gut health and curb your cravings. It is like you take it like a little pixie stick before a meal during the day, and you'll be amazed at how much better you feel after your meals. There's even a little bacteria in this actually that helps with the digestion of lactose. And it is the entire reason why I can eat dairy now, because I was 100% dairy free for 9 years. It caused me immense pain. And I can actually eat cheese again, which is very exciting because of this super high quality pre and probiotic. Last step is the cleanse and calm. This is a nightly detox. Do not be scared by the word detox. I know that can freak some people out, but detoxification is actually what our body is doing at night anyway while we sleep, or what it's supposed to be doing. This is helping our body do that even more effectively. It's really giving your body that flood of nutrients that it needs to digest, to detox, to flush out the toxins in our body. It's super simple. You just mix it with water before you go to bed. And what I noticed, first of all, when I started using the cleanse and calm, is that my sleep was much deeper and much more restful. I'm a very poor Ben. I'm a very active sleeper. I tend to like toss and turn, maybe kick sometimes. When I drink cleanse and calm, that all kind of calms down. My body relaxes, and it also helps with bloating in the morning and keeps things moving in the morning, if you know what I mean. Katie also has a picture of the protein powder that we love on here. That's a very high quality protein powder. I make muffins, pancakes, tons of snacks for my kids and myself with the vanilla protein powder, and also the Youth Factor drink, which is on here, which I actually have right next to me. It tastes like a nice, refreshing berry drink that has digestive enzymes in it, so really good for digestion, but there's also specific things in there to help with skin health and glow on a cellular level as well. Okay, Katie, you can go to the next slide. I know that was a lot, you guys, really quickly, and then you don't have to hear from me anymore. We're going to talk about something that kind of sets NeoraFit apart from really any other supplement system, and that is this fat browning technology. If you've never heard of fat browning technology before, please feel free to tell me in the chat, because I had never really heard. I can't say I knew about it specifically. I knew that there were different types of fat in our body, but what I didn't know was that our body naturally does this conversion of white fat to brown fat. Your white fat, I promise I won't get too nerdy, guys, but just to explain, your white fat is like the big fluffy storage fat. Like if you think of bears hibernating in the winter, that's like your white fat. And then the brown fat is very dense, more readily available for energy kind of fat. So our body naturally converts white fat to brown fat by different things. Exercise is one of those things that helps convert white fat to brown fat. Cold plunges help convert white fat to brown fat. Those are all the rage. but so does NeoraFit. It supports that process of converting the fat to a more metabolically active brown fat that can be burned and used for energy. This leads to better overall energy in your body and a very natural loss of weight and inches, especially when it's paired with the winter wellness plan that we talked about. Okay, I know that was a lot, Katie. It's back to you. Thanks, guys.
All right. Well, just to share a little bit about what this actually looks like, these are some of the real results of people who are part of our organization and people who have been using the NeoraFit line. So I actually have to give this. This is my transformation, and I loved this picture because it actually showed like the blazer, and you can actually see the difference, but you can also see it in my face as well, just that side by side of it. So with the NeoraFit line, and actually at first, I had to really lighten my workouts. Like I said, I was going through an extreme season of stress. And I'm really happy to report that although I've lost 11 pounds on NeoraFit, I've slowly started to gain a little bit of the weight back in a very healthy way. I'm weightlifting heavy weights again, and I am back to running. So I'm very, very proud of the results that I myself have achieved. These are my results right here. So I'm really proud of those results as well. And then you have a couple of our other brand partners in here, as well as some clients too. And then we also have just a few more about just some people and what they're saying. And here is Carrie's. I stole yours. I don't know if this is the most up-to-date one, but this is the one that she had shared as well. And I absolutely love just how many people just overall feel better while they are using the NeoraFit line. So that is another example of how we are doing things different. But two of the things that I want to mention, did you notice that when we talked about the skincare line, it was simple. It was 3 steps. When we talked about NeoraFit, it was simple. It was really 3 steps. Well, that is our same approach to the actual building of direct sales. And as I had mentioned, I was part of an organization that shut its doors really without much warning at all. It was kind of like a rip the Band-Aid sort of thing. And as I'd been a part of that direct sales model for 12 years, you can imagine that was somewhat of a shock. And so I had some serious skepticism about the industry as a whole. And I really didn't see myself as wanting to do it the same way that I had done it before, if I was even going to do it again. And there's a few things that I want to mention about Neora. They are very big on this concept of we don't do gotchas. We just don't do them. So as a brand partner, you don't have any monthly fees unless you want to pay for some CRM systems that you have. You get a personalized website. You get access to your back office. Every single month, brand partners are earning free credit, $140, where they can use that $140 and turn around and purchase whatever they want in the stores. And that is just with 3 customer orders, new or retained. You can also earn free samples from the company too that can be shipped to your house as well. You earn on every product sale. So with Neora, everything is super volume based. So it's paid on every new sale on your website. There is no minimum or activation required. Your personal sales commission goes on to be between 20 and 35% of the price. Plus, we have monthly cash bonuses for things like 6 customers or 9 customers. And you're paid ongoing commissions for every time those customers order. And on top of that, you can earn by helping others sell the product. So we keep a very flexible approach to how you want to build. As I mentioned, a lot of people, including myself, have really looked at how can we work with people who are in the med spa industry who want to increase their income as well. And this has been a really great way to do that. I never in a million years thought that I would ever be running a direct sales business like that. We're volume-based compensation. You're guaranteed pay at certain ranks and variable commissions. And then there's also a monthly car bonus where you have the option of getting a actual Lexus, or you can get the cash if you prefer. And I feel like a couple of our girls have done Lexuses, and some of us have done the cash side of things as well. And then you earn extra bonuses for new brand partners that you're helping get started as well. But what is something that I'm really, really, really proud of with Neora is they're really ahead of the game with how direct sales is changing. It's no secret that the model is not what it used to be. And even visibility online and the way that we are engaging with our audience and how we are sharing products and being able to be a part of other sales opportunities, Neora understands all of that. And so we uniquely position ourselves to take advantage of those changes. And what's been very cool is learning that Neora has really become a role model for other direct sales companies who want to do it right. So, with all of those things being said, Neora takes all of those things into consideration, and it is no wonder why we're growing. Leaders in the industry who understand that the model is changing and see that their companies are not able to accommodate, they are coming into Neora. For me personally, making the decision to come here was based on product transparency, integrity, and security. And I have seen throughout the past year that I've been here that they are good on their word with everything. And I just want to mention this for those of you who are potentially interested in this. We as a team are very committed to helping our brand partners achieve the goals on their terms. And one of those may be the Future Leader Bonus Plan that any single person coming in today can take advantage of. And so I just want to walk you through very quickly what this actually looks like. And I want you to really think like, what can this leadership bonus plan actually do for me as a leader in the industry? And by leader, you might say, I have no experience in this industry. And that's okay too, because you are going to be plugged into systems and strategies and tools and resources. Everything that we create is plug and play for you to be able to apply to your business. So just kind of like clarifying, there's a few things that I really think have been beneficial for me in this huge season of change. Number one, it was the launch of NeoFiller, which really allowed us to stand out in the industry and has been a huge, huge selling point for so many people who want to get their hands on this. So we don't look at launches as quick and done. We look at launches as a 1-year thing. So we are only a couple months to what we are launching with NeoFiller. And we are already seeing the impact, not just in the results that people are sharing, but also in our paychecks. And we're seeing it as well in the people who are interested in it as well. It would be a no-brainer for you to join now because of the $58,000 in bonuses. And then on top of that, you can also take advantage of the 20% off the holistic collagen solution too. And this is the last month to continue earning for that trip to Cabo as well. And so quite a few of our brand partners have already earned it, and quite a few of them are well on their way to earning the trip too. And then a couple other just thoughts for you on partnering with our organization. We are really committed to helping everybody who wants to achieve their goals. So it's things like this. It's hosting calls for people, for their customers to learn more. It is leading customer groups. It is doing holiday giveaways, special deals and promos. It is being a part of an industry that has top trainings and industry experts who are there to actually personally mentor you. And it's not something you pay for. It's something that because you are a part of it, you have access to 24/7. We have plug and play systems and a pick your path approach to direct sales. And on top of that, you can earn some free products too, which who doesn't love great products? We have quite a few different ways that you can actually join as a brand partner, but I really encourage you to actually reach out to the person who invited you on the call to figure out which one is the best for you. For me, I always tell people the Ultimate Launch Kit is something that would be my no-brainer for it, because it means that you are stocked with the entire catalog that we have to offer here at Neora. And then for those of you who want to test out certain things, the Holistic Pack is another great way to go too. So those are a couple of options for you. Just simply reach out to the person who invited you here if you're interested in taking advantage of those leadership bonuses, in becoming a brand partner in a no pressure setting to see if that's a good fit for you, that's where I suggest you go. Now, for those of you who are like, I really want to focus on my wellness, I really want to focus on my skincare, there are 3 specific paths that I think are going to be the best for you. We have our NeoraFit, and you can unlock the protein for an additional $15. We have our Fill Lift Glow, which is what I described as well. It doesn't come with the cleanser, but you can always add that on too. And with that, you can actually get our LashLush, which is a hormone-friendly LashLush to help with your brows and your lashes. You can get that for only $15 as well. And then our NeoraFit Slim and Skin Collagen, that was the collagen that Carrie spent so much time talking about. And our Neo Fillers, actually 20% off this month. So there's some really great opportunities for you to save as a customer too. And there's no monthly expectations as a customer. You don't have any fees as a customer, and you can actually earn additional savings when you refer people using your unique code as well. And the last thing that I want to mention is this month, we're actually getting ready to roll out our Radical Radiance VIP Facebook group. And within this Facebook group, we are going to have expert trainers in all things beauty, wellness, industry, and skincare too, who are giving tutorials and wellness tips as well as exclusive promos. And we're very excited because we're going to be kicking off our 12 days of giveaways and our holiday kickoff. And so there's going to be lots of prizes for our active customers within that group. So this is exclusive to anyone who's in our organization as a thank you for really trusting us with those first steps to Radiance Revolution. And that's going to be kicking off when you purchase with your brand partner. They will give you access to that group as well. So with all of that being said, we've covered a lot tonight. And it is my hope that whether you decide to start on your skincare or your wellness routine, you know that your brand partner, it has your best interest at heart. And they're going to help you set up for real results that you feel really confident about, not just through the holidays, but in my case, and in the case of so many people who have linked arms with us, have continued to see month after month. And it's not lost on me that the results that I had from when I first started to where I am now has radically transformed my entire life. And just going back to share those results with you for a second, because that is what I am most proud of. It is that when it got hard, I decided to lean in and trust something new. And because I did those things, not only do I feel like I have a better handle on my overall health, but I actually feel as though I am radiating that confidence that was lost a year ago. And so if you right now are in that season where you just don't feel like you, I really encourage you to reach out to that person who invited you here and say, hey, how can I get started on my journey? And whether that is as a brand partner, we would love to welcome you into the team. Or if you are right now in a season where you're like, I want to test out the products first, and I want to see how good I can feel using them or how much of a glow I can gain from it, I want to encourage you to do that tonight. So with all of that being said, Carrie, do we have the winner of a giveaway, or do we have one of the girls who tracked the giveaway at all? Because I actually missed all of those things.
Well, I told them, I literally just put in the chat to throw names in for the giveaway. So guys, if you didn't see me put that in the chat, throw your name in the chat right now. I will add it to the wheel. If not, Anna, you're going to be a lucky girl because you're the only one who followed directions.
I love it. I love it. I didn't get to see any of the chat that was going on now.
It's fine. I'm toggling between screens because I have to look at my actual YouTube to see the chat.
I know. Oh, you can't see it on the thing.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
but it's fine. That's why I ignored everyone when I was talking because I didn't see any of the chat.
Got it. Yeah, I think I had you handled. So, enter me, please. Add Ray and Rachel. Let's chat later.
I think Anna's just going to be the winner. I think we gave. Oh, there we go. Okay, hold on, Christine, Anna. I'm giving you guys one more minute.
Let's do it. I saw add Rachel. Let's chat and Rachel.
Oh,
Oh,
Well,
and I think she means and Rachel. Let's chat. Okay, got it.
yes,
got it.
yes, yes.
Cool, cool.
Yes.
Who is NRH Dynamic?
That's Naomi.
Oh.
Ah, so official, right? Okay. Oh, here we go. We've got 3. Do we have any more? I feel like I'm doing an auction. Like, I've got 2. Do I have 3? All right. Going once, going twice.
I love it.
All right. I'm going to spin the wheel, guys.
Okay. Do you share your screen? How does that do? Do I get rid of me?
I have no idea how to do that.
Oh.
I was just going to spin it.
Okay, go
Do you
ahead
want me
and
to
spin it.
share? Okay.
No, I think you're good.
You guys honor system. Wait for it. All right, Heather is the winner.
Yay!
Yay!
All right, Heather. In the comments, real quick, do you want the firm cream or the EHT? So you just have to tell me what you want. You did, Heather. Love it. Love it. And then once you do that, I need you to email this email and then info@katieursta.com.
EHT, love it.
I know. info@katieursta.com. If you just email me your address, I will get that out to you this week. Awesome. Well, you guys, thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with us, and get back with your brand partner. Let them know what you're thinking in terms of brand partnership, or if you're interested in the products or whatever it might be. And if you are already a customer, please, please, please stay tuned, because we are going to have an incredible customer group that is coming your way later this month. All right, you guys, have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.